gentlemen, welcome to it.
Good morning to the folks. What up to the youngins and bless up to the world.
And then Tay just put your info on blast like that.
It's what the people want to know, bro. My bad.
Nah, bro. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to it. It is the Morning Shake with me, your host, Xavier Hendricks. And of course, I've got my co-host in the building. He's back. He's ready to go. His mic's off. It's on now.
On now, bro.
Yo, Paris, what's happening?
What's Gucci? Good morning to the folks. What up to the youngins and
bliss up to the
bliss
world.
up to the world.
Yeah,
Yes,
man.
sir.
So we got an interesting show coming up for you. Jay had a bad weekend. He got a lot of people coming to him with some craziness, and you know, usually he starts the Monday off with some good news, but this Monday is bad news for the homie.
It's a good news. It's good news because we got a good guest in, so it's good news Monday.
And he changes that topic like that real quick because he knows it's a little bit crazy
On the
back at the
football.
ranch on the football end of the things. So yeah, man, that's what's up. But ladies and gentlemen, listen, man, we got a dope guest in today. We got Jay Paris. Not Jay Paris. You got Jay Paris obviously because he's my host. But of course, today he's known on the streets
Yes, sir.
as CB.
Yeah.
CB.
Yeah.
But you guys may know his brand before you even know his face. And in fact, we had the conversation about this, and he was like, nah, G, he's just trying to make sure the brand get out there, but he's not really out there as much as that. But today we're going to put him out there. We're going to put him on blast. We're going to put him all over the place. And ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome our guest today, Sibo Niso.
Let's get it.
Yo.
What's
Yo,
good,
did I say it right, G? Did I say it right?
Yeah, no, that's proper. Perfect.
Perfect. Brother, thank you so much for joining us today, man. How you feeling?
No, I'm blessed, man. Thank you so much, man, for the invite, guys. The studio is next level, man, guys. Thanks, man. I really appreciate the opportunity. I don't take it lightly, man.
100%, my brother. Thank you so much for pulling through. So listen, man. So what we did was we asked you to show up, and immediately, without a doubt, without any fear
What was the
or
weekend
trembling,
like, bro?
He's like, yo, I'm there.
What
Go
was
for
the
it, bro.
weekend like, bro?
The weekend.
Yeah, what's your weekend like?
As you know, like, the weekend was chill because basically we had, like, our first pop-up store.
Okay. For the year.
For the year.
Okay.
Yeah, so we back into business, so back to work.
Back to work.
So, holidays.
No rest. No rest. Nah,
Nah.
that's dope. And then where was that though?
In Extension 5.
In Extension 5. Did it go good?
It went well. We have the blackout sale, so you know the people like the goodies.
They like goodies, they
They
like
like the
sales,
goodies,
they like
yeah.
half price. Alright, bro. So MD. So there was a time we had a meeting last year sometime. There was a time I was walking around and literally, bro, saw everyone wearing this ND. I didn't know who it was. I didn't know where it was from. I didn't know what the vibe was. And then when COVID hit, I saw everyone rocking these
ND.
masks, bro, with the ND. And I was like, yo, what is this ND thing that I'm seeing all over the place, everywhere? And then, of course, it came to light that you are responsible and you are the man behind the brand. And so that's why today we decided, yo, let's find out what exactly this is. And then I hit you up, and then I was like, yo, G, we got to have a meeting. We met up at Southgate. We're there at Wimpy, and we're just sitting, we were just talking. And you were just telling me about the brand, and I thought it's interesting, the story behind it and how you got to build this brand. And of course, coming from El Dorado Park and just pushing that narrative that, you know, that we can, that culture, and and that there's a level of excellence and a level of professionalism in what you do. So big ups to your brand and big ups to what you're doing. Take us through that journey, bro. Where does ND start, and what's the whole vibe with ND?
So I should start from the beginning, from the
In
ground
fact, tell us
roots,
what
basically.
exactly it means.
Yeah.
But I guess you'll get into the story.
Get into it.
Yeah.
So I'll get into the meaning of Nomgenge Dio, and let me first start off how I got about to starting off the brand. Was I fashionista from grade 1 or whatsoever, and the other? It's not the case. So basically, from a youngster, I already had that part. As every entrepreneur will always say that they've been birthed by the entrepreneurial park. So basically, at first, I used to flip sweets at school, like in grade 7, primary, and in high school, also selling sweets. And then from there, I believe the bug hit me so, and then from there it evolved. And then after matric, I was like, Aish, what's going to happen now? I couldn't go to an institution because based on funds and
So you were stuck at that point.
I was stuck at that point, so I just needed something like to get me going or financially supporting the house, like you understand, because I
Yeah.
need to be a breadwinner at the end of the day. I'm done with school, so what I must do, I can't just lay couch
Yeah.
potato the whole day, so I need to make a hustle. And then my youth leader, ex-youth lead pastor told me like, CB, you know what? I've been seeing you at school doing this and the other. Why don't you start a business? And before that, actually, I think in high school, in grade 11, he told me, listen, yeah, I'm about to register my business. How about you registering your business? And then I did it, and then it was there. So the name was registered before
Before you even started.
Before I even started, and it was called Nomgenge Dio.
Yeah.
And then I left it. And that time, FNB used to register business for 180. And now look at the rates. It's ridiculous now. From
To
back
register
then.
a business, yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So, and then I left it, and then I was like, Ish, I'm done with school.
I sorry there, bro. Just to put the timeline into perspective, how
Yes.
long are you out of school now?
So since 2016. Since 2016, out of school.
Okay.
And then I started off like, as I'm getting into the story like now. Now I'm getting into
Yeah.
the story. So, and then I got like the paperwork. So it was Nomgenge Dio. And then what can I do with Nomgenge Dio? And then from there, I started doing t-shirts for people like caps, like building capital. Building capital for people like, if you want your name, I would do it. I would customize it, your jean, your t-shirt, whatsoever.
Yeah.
Brand it, embroidery, inbox, whatever. Just to get a cash flow in. And then from there, I wanted to stand out from the competitors. Do you understand? So
Who was your competitors at the time there?
my competitors at the time was a guy, Paul.
Like local brands,
local-
like the gents around, yeah.
I wouldn't say they weren't brands at that time. I would say I was the first brand owner from Eldorado Park. And then from there, it
Yeah.
evolved. It faded off. It faded off like from there, and then you get your donuts, you get your stylist, and then from there, because some of them went to go and study. I never even went to study.
Yeah.
It was just me putting the work in to get a brand out there. And then from there, where was I again? Because your question lost me.
Now you're saying then you registered it and
so
you
after-
started
so
printing
after
people's t-shirts.
T-shirts, and
things,
then from there, I wanted like a niche. I wanted
Yeah.
to stand out from my competitors who was doing something similar to me. Like basically, when you go to any printer, they will just do what you want. There's no signature to it. And then I did a logo for myself, like it was Nomgenge Dio, and then my slogan, only quality people. And then I said, no man, I want something small, man. Something
Yeah.
iconic that I can put on just maybe here on the sleeve or at the back to stand out. And then from there, people were like, I want the king and queen with the ND on. I'm like, huh? And then I started getting inquiries. And then I started putting ND on myself. You understand?
So you had to believe in your own
I had
brand.
to, I had
Yeah.
to believe in my own brand, and from there it evolved from t-shirts to caps to apparel. Then I started like doing exclusive stuff for me, and then from there,
So if people will see you wearing like an exclusive thing, they'd be interested in it.
like now recently Saturday, I made an exclusive t-shirt for my friend. There's a new ND logo that we made. It's called the NDVW. So once they saw him wearing it,
They wanted
they
it.
wanted it. You understand? So people based on just the exclusivity of it, and then it went viral.
So when is the first time you're walking, you're seeing somebody wearing your brand, your logo? Take us to the first time you see this and how it feels. That it's like, yo, that's like my thing. Like that's
And
my
you don't know the
idea.
person.
Like and that's my like thing that this person's wearing. Take us to the first time you saw someone wearing it that wasn't like your friends or someone
Yeah,
that you like someone just random. You're like, yo, this person is slutting my brand.
You know what? Like, it's so hard for me to see people wearing my brand. I always get like my friends telling me, CB, you know what? I saw over 5 people wearing your brand in one day. For me, it's like, it's rare that I would see people wearing the brand, but the brand is out there. There was once, I believe like 3 months ago, I've been seeing people in different malls, and then I would be like, can I have a picture with you? Can I have a picture with you? And then my friend's like, do you know who's this guy? This is the founder of the brand. I'm like, guys, no, man, I don't like it. I just like it. Exclusivity of the brand where people must just feel like, then I ask them, do you know who's the owner of the brand? Who you wearing? No, I'm wearing them gang, I'm wearing Andy. So in most cases, I don't want people to know who's the man behind the brand. Like most,
Now they know.
because I want to walk around the street, like go to the shop, Be a random person. I don't want to be seen as a celebrity. Like most probably
Yes, sir.
my strategy is from Phil Knight. Many people don't know Phil Knight.
Yeah,
But they know Nike.
of course.
Yeah.
You understand?
Of
So I
course.
want to sell the brand, not myself. I want to build my own brand on other
What's the
things.
strategy behind? What's the strategy behind? What's the thinking behind going that direction?
It's basically the reputation of the brand must be stronger than my brand,
Okay.
my personal brand. Because when people wear, I can do whatever. Let's say for argument's sake, I go the other way around, and Andy will still stand.
Let's say you
firmly.
get into trouble for
You
some
understand?
reason, or you know
And my
something
image,
happens. Your
my
image.
personal image is tarnished, and then the brand will still uphold its standard.
Yeah.
You understand
Big
the
facts.
its integrity. You understand that the people believe in the brand. So I don't want to use that or mix it
link.
up. You understand? Because that's why most brands broke. Because people are selling themselves with the brand, and then at the end of the day, they believe you are the brand and you are not the brand. Because I believe the brand is bigger than me.
Big facts. I want to track back a little bit, bro, because I know many times people see the glory, but they don't know the story.
Yes.
I mean, Rome wasn't built in one day. And you said 2016 you matriculated after high school. That's when you started. It's only, in all honesty, it's only like now where it's really popping off.
True.
I want you to take us through that journey, the ups and downs, the hustle period in that space. Some of the challenges you might have faced where you thought, you know what, maybe this isn't working, but I'm going to keep pushing, I'm going to keep pursuing, I'm going to keep going forward.
No, that's a deep question, eh? That's a deep question. So basically, like, the hardest ship that I faced from 2016 to 2018, because the brand was only registered fully with the trademark in 2018.
Okay.
Look at the space from 2016 to 2018 to becoming an official brand in 2018. So in that space, I had to build up capital. You understand? From 2016 to 2018, because a trademark is not made by any manga business here outside. You understand? It's money.
And what was that process like? I mean,
Like,
you're out of school, you got nothing, basically,
got
right?
nothing. I've got no asset. I've got no space. I've got no gazebo. I've got no chair. I've got nothing to my name from 2016. And then from there, I took like my allowance, my 200 rand, and then I flipped it to what I have today. So basically understanding the principle of saving and reinvesting, saving and reinvesting, and not forgetting that I'm also a man of God. So I have to get the nitty-gritties, pay my tithes, assist at home, I must dress well. So you understand? So things like that. So from there, the principle of discipline and attraction, and the people that I met also feed it off, like helping me, CB, do this, clean this, do that. And then from there, that's like the hardship. And people like that molding me, man. I had a lot of, like, my team. I give credit. I'm not a lone man. So basically, I have a team of people of 10 that's willing to, that sees the vision, the bigger vision than myself. You understand?
Nah, big facts.
Facts, man.
Big facts. Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you, bro. When I saw the ND at first, at first I initially thought it's CN for Cartoon Network.
Sure.
I was like, what was this? Nah, I'm just being honest because...
So remember, we had the conversation
Yeah,
about
and
this. We used to see like this brand all over. I was like, I wonder what. I didn't know what this was, right? And so I was just checking. Everyone was wearing this outfits, bro. Like ND, especially the masks when Corona started. Everyone was wearing the ND masks.
Sure.
I was wondering, what the heck is this? Like everyone was rocking this brand. And remember, we were driving
Facts,
in one
bro.
day. We used to see it. We were like, bruh, what is that everyone's wearing? What is, like, what is it?
Based
I
on
didn't know what it
based
was.
on his reaction, I'm sure that's a...
No,
you-
definitely. Most definitely. Like the logo.
Uh,
As you can see, like, the brand's name, like, it's Nomgenge Dio. Like, here's the N.
Yeah.
And in the D, there's a G.
Okay.
Do you see the G in the D?
Yeah.
Upside down G.
Yeah, I see the upside down
You
G
see.
because
So-
the D doesn't finish there.
It doesn't finish.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
understand? So when people, like, when you read, you see C and you're reading
The backwards.
the backwards reverse. So
Yeah.
like there's also a design that we're about to launch. Like the logo is gonna be upside down, like, but on the mirror it's like reverse design.
So in the mirror you see the
You see
real.
the real ND.
Yeah.
But here on you see the CN. So basically it's the psychology in the in the logo.
Yeah.
Because you will never forget.
Facts.
There's some thoughts put into there.
Thoughts within it.
You see,
understand
you
the
see.
psychology?
Come on, man, come on. It's not just by the way, brothers. There's some serious
Thought into
thought
it. You
process
mustn't
put
forget it.
into it. Yeah.
Big facts.
And once you see it again, I've seen it that place. I saw it that time.
So what's your future of the brand? Where do you see it, bro? Are you looking to do like modeling shows? Are you looking to do those kind of things? I think we've spoken about stuff like that before. But where do you see the brand going? Do you want to see it big as Nike, big as Adidas, big as?
Most definitely, that's the dream. That's the goal. I see the brand being worn by the national team, setting the logo of the national team with the ND. You understand, where Africans are proud to wear the brand. You understand, like I was like blown out of my shoes, like seeing my community embracing the brand like a Nike. You understand?
Yeah.
Youngsters in the community feeling
That's
like
That's dope.
ik het mijn Nike, ik het mijn Indie aan. It's like ik het mijn Nike aan. You understand? It's like they found pride within the brand, and that was the whole narrative behind it. You understand? Basically speaking, people orientated, because basically our brand is people orientated, so we want to tell stories through our apparel.
You told me a story about when we had our meeting the last time where somebody actually take us through that story where somebody actually wanted it for Christmas. What take us through that story, because that to me is like it's like a moment of to be proud about. You understand what I mean?
True. So there was this youngster at our pop-up store at Spa. We were pop-upping there, and then like I was at the bank.
Pop-upping.
Yeah, pop-upping.
Popping
yeah,
up.
Popping up.
Yeah.
So I was standing in the line to the bank, and then this you saw Kisha, our model, by the pop-up, with an exclusive jacket and bucket it, and it's like, Mom, I would like that jacket, but actually in a full tracksuit with a beanie for Christmas, man, mommy. Please, man, mommy. And I'm like, sitting here at the back, I'm listening. I didn't want to interfere.
He didn't know you were there. Yeah.
So I'm like leaving him. He's like, Mommy, I really like this brand, man, mommy, man. Please buy it for Christmas for me, man. I was like touched by that moment, because seeing the urge that this young man had for the brand, and like the sacrifice that his mom has to make for him, like, because we know that parents, it was really like, that's why like I shared with Zake that day, like it was like really touching.
It's like how people used to ask their parents for cavelas.
You understand that desire
things.
where you want it exclusive. We know that like every exclusive edition drops, you want it. You have it urge, and then that youngster had it. Then I was like, nah, I'm onto something big.
100%. And then how does the process go for like your thought process, your design process, your execution process? How does that? Just take us through that. Like, so do you sit with a design team and say, okay, guys, I'm thinking about this. Do you just come up? Do you start doing drawings? How does that process go?
I have a design team and also a team of creatives that's out of this world from Eldorado Park, because basically I take my team, 70% of my team is from Eldorado Park, and then the rest is from
different places.
Because we're trying to branch out. And so I sketch, and then I tell him, and then I speak to my designer, my head of designer, and then he does mock-ups, and then he does the designs, and then I pitch it to my team, and then if they believe into it, and then we go ahead with it. I don't just say, no, it's my brand, I have to do, this is the way to go. No, I first speak to them, I consult to them, and then that's how things go. But basically we're having a fashion show soon, definitely. That's the long-term vision.
100%. What does it mean, bro? You haven't taken us through actually what it means. I think you've told me before, but for the viewers, what exactly does Nomgenge do, or what does it mean? How do you come about that name to get to that point?
So what made me choose Nomgenge Dio was basically like, firstly, when I was starting off, I said I want something meaningful.
Yeah.
You understand? I wanted something meaningful that people would believe into it. And then I thought of my name, Siboniso. But pronouncing Siboniso is kind of hard for a lot of people. Some say CBCiso, and I'm okay, it's fine, no problem. It's Boo. You understand? So they were mixing me up with DJ's Boo, and then I was like, nah, I want something meaningful. How about, since I registered Nomgenge Dio, I don't know how I get to that, and then I found meaning in Nomgenge Dio, and then I started doing more research about Nomgenge. So basically the meaning of Nomgenge means it's a Xhosa tribe. So it's a group of people working towards a goal. Then I was like,
Dope.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
That's powerful. It's a group of people working towards a certain goal.
Because you can
And
hear
then-
that gang also
Do you
almost sounds
understand?
like
In
a
there,
group. Yeah.
it's a group of people, and then deal means two. So I was like, okay, how can I break this down into a slogan? Then I was
Yeah.
like, only quality people are working towards a certain goal. You understand? So, and then in my times of evolving, year in, year out, I had the Nomgenge Dio Foundation, where we had a movement where we were empowering youngsters. 100 students took them to Nazareth, showing them that there's more to life, you understand? So from there, it was a movement. So in the storyline of the brand, fed off to the foundation, you understand? So basically, it's a group of people working towards a certain goal in this movement, you understand? Growing, empowering, nurturing, not just slaying and looking steezed.
Facts.
That's
But
the only
actually
thing.
have
There's
a meaning
to
behind it,
it.
an actual
When you're
drive.
wearing a particular T-shirt of Andy, there's a meaning, there's a story behind it. When you're wearing a cap, it's not just with the signature. There's a narrative behind it.
How far are you to an actual store?
Like, we recently launched our first store at home, our first branch, and we're planning on branching out.
So you're doing a home store.
home store.
How deep are you guys in with the whole? Because of COVID, people were buying online. Did you manage to get into that whole space?
Yeah, we also launched, last year we launched our online website.
Okay.
So we got an online platform running as well. And then we thought now, nah man, why go to Soweto and open your store there? Why go there? Because most of our client base is from Eldorado Park. Why not take it home? And then
Keep it at home.
at home.
For
Keep it
now.
at home and then branch out. You understand? Same like seeing what Sheldon is doing. Same principle. That's what we're working with.
100%. So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in on today's show. I see there's a bunch of you online. What we want you to do is we want you to ask questions. We got the man behind the brand, Mr. CB himself, the brainchild behind Nomgenge Duo. If you've ever been seeing these ND masks, ND t-shirts, ND outfits, you've been seeing it all over the place, and you were wondering where it's from and who's the brainchild behind it. We got our very own, straight out of Eldorado Park, man, doing the most with this brand. So I see a lot of you are online. Please do ask questions. Hit us up. I see Nathan. Yo, big shout out to my boy Nathan. He's also into the branding. When we had our meeting the last time, we also connected with him. He does the I'm praying for you. So thank you. I see you jumped in there. When will ND store open? He says. So I think we touched on that a little bit, but we can get into it. And then guys, also if you are watching, please do hit the subscribe button. We wanna stay in touch. Also hit that thumbs up. There's 17 of you watching. Thumbs up there, and then let's get the thumbs up there. We got Mr. ND himself in the building. So when will the ND store open? You already said that there is one officially that opened in Elders.
Yeah, so
From home.
it's under construction, but we just did the announcement month end. Yeah, month end we did in January we did the announcement saying that this is the big news. We're gonna open the store, so please tune in.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Yeah.
Alright. Do you want to say something?
Now
Nathan?
let's go for the segment.
Alright, okay, cool. So if you've been a long time viewer of the show, you would know we play this thing called Hatsal or Ish. Now we're gonna ask Mr. CB, what does Hatsal mean? What does it mean?
Nah.
It means no. Ish. Hatsal. Near. It means no. And then what does Ish mean?
Might have happened.
Maybe. So on the show we got a bunch of questions. Jay's gonna ask some embarrassing, some interesting, some funny, some weird, some random questions, and we're gonna see how well we fare. If you have said ish on the question, that means you have to tell us why, when, how it happened. So Jay, let's hit him with your best shot.
Nah, let's warm up first.
Let's hit him
warm
with your
up first.
Okay, let's warm up.
Aight.
We'll get into it.
Never
Let's go.
have I ever been cheated on.
Hatsal or ish. Been cheated on. Hey, bro, I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm gonna put. I don't. If they did it, bro, they did a good job. I didn't find out. I don't know.
You said Aish. Bro, have I been cheated on, bro?
You wouldn't
Never.
know. You wouldn't know.
Aish, nah. My homie Jesse saying never. Thanks, bro. That's big ups to me, though. Alright, I'll go Atal.
Who did cheat watching this? Well done.
I'll go
Well, if you cheated on Jay and he still doesn't know, Well done.
Big up, big up, big up.
Nah, bro, I'm a type of homie, and we always speak about it, bro. Where if you're chatting to a chick or something, bro, and she's not really giving that
energy, then you're like,
it's
it's not
hey,
working.
But I'm not gonna force anything to a point where
you're now forcing to get a conversation
and
going.
then you know she's chatting to
someone else.
Yeah.
You said, "Ish, bruh, what happened?"
Nah,
Don't embarrass anyone, but just tell us more or less what happened.
No, man, basically, as this man said earlier on, basically, known as an entrepreneur, it takes time to get where you want to be. So she left me for someone that had everything. You understand?
And you were still on the come up.
I was still on the come up, so watch me as I go.
Yeah. Oh, so now you got that vibe like, alright, so you left me, but I'm on the come up, I'm on my way. So I don't know if you see once I get to the top and that Lambo comes pulling through there in the streets of Yalo, then you must now say, hey, Sibi,
I maybe give you the 2 rand. As you know, they say, "Get weer aan."
Do you all still like know each other?
You still see her now and then?
Nah, it's just status by. You must know that we're viewed by.
You just koekaloer the status.
Koekaloer by.
Koekaloer by.
Koekaloer.
Facts.
The koekaloer. Alright, bro, let's go.
Never ever been mugged.
Bro.
That's all.
Me, kind of. I was mugged in a smart way, bro.
I lost a watch and it was so stupid.
No, Jay, they probably said, "What's the time?" And Jay gave them his watch. you did that, nah?
It was kinda, but I know.
He says kinda. You see,
I know a homie that you was on his way home from school.
Yeah.
And next thing a car pulls up and they were like, "Yo, we need to check your phone out real quick. There's just a few things we're busy with, and then we're gonna meet you around the corner."
And he gave the phone.
And he's like, okay, no problems. Where we gonna meet you? Nah, it's just around the corner here. And he gave the phone. Chad Prince.
Yo, put the homie on blast like that.
I've seen a movie, something like that.
So for me,
yours, bro?
I was mugged in a smart way, bro. So we went to the ATM. I was drawing money for my mother actually, and this guy came next to me and started pressing buttons on the ATM. He was like, "No, this machine doesn't work." Blah, blah, blah. I started pressing. Then I was like, Then I pressed the cancel button and the card came out. And then I was like, alright, okay, cool. It's, I'm fine. But then I told my mother, no, I felt a little bit uncomfortable. This guy, he was standing behind me, he pressed things here, and I don't feel comfortable. Let's go to the other garage there on top and see if we can draw money there. So we go there to that other ATM, we try and draw money. The thing says you have exceeded your daily limit. We were wondering, what do you mean we've exceeded your daily limit? And by that time, so we called my father to check on the laptop, on the computer to see,
What's
into
happening?
the account to see what happened. He says, no, it shows you drew money at this ATM this time. I was like, yeah, I was at that ATM, but we didn't draw money. I pressed cancel. Like, no, you didn't. This man took the money. So, when they were doing those ATM scams and things like that, so he hit me with that one. But I didn't even know I was robbed. So it was I was mugged in a weird way.
And it's still an in thing now.
It still happens.
It still happens. I see like couple of videos going viral.
The people still do that to me.
Yeah.
So to me, what? My car. Oh, bro, they broke into my car. Remember that night, bro? I was on my way to factory. I went to fetch someone. I was on my way to come preach, and I was with Jesse. We went into the house and we came out. I said, bro, did you leave the cubbyhole open? Nah. Did you leave the door open? No. How? I looked there by the dashboard. I see the radios out. I see cubbyholes open. Things are stolen. My bag was in the car. They took it. Phew, everything gone, bro. I had to start from scratch with my whole entire life. So yeah, I've been mugged.
Hey, that's crazy.
But not like mugged, like robbed. Like
literally.
It was like, there's always like weird ways.
Never ever farted on a date.
On a date, yeah, but I was dating people for long. We were used to each other, we knew each other. So
But on a date, literally at a restaurant and
probably not. But like when we're chilling at our house and things, yeah.
How do you get to that point?
Bro, when you're together, remember, bro, I was in long-term relationship. I was dating people for like years.
And it's just fine after a while.
And then after a while, you just get used to each other. You just I'd go, bro.
Damn, what else is there you want to check for him, bro?
Nah, bro, you go one more, then I'll check.
Do you have anything there?
No, don't.
Okay, let me check.
Should we? Nah, don't eat those ones that we eat with
What were those
with
ones?
No, those ones are boring. Those ones are like, Aish, Atalo Aish, have you ever worn the same underwear for more than 3 days? Have you?
No.
Everything is hard sell for you, bro.
Honestly.
This guy never got no issues.
You have your.
No, honestly, like that. Nah, that's a nah.
It's a nah.
That's a nah. Yeah.
It's okay. So for you guys watching online, hit us up with a question there. Let's see if we can ask him something. An embarrassing one. Jay got one more, brother. Let me call it.
These are wackier, bro. Whack, bro. Never ever cheated on a test or exam.
Have you? Aish.
It's a yes.
What, you cheated?
Yeah, I cheated.
What test was it?
It was a history test.
Just you cheated in history.
No, it was like.
And there you must know dates and things.
Yeah, it was like an essay test. So I did the essay, the previous like assignments, and then I was like,
Replace him.
replace.
That's an interesting way of cheating. Alright, bro. So you wrote a book too, bro. You're very entrepreneurial and you're very like you have that vibe about you, and you obviously definitely somebody that people would want to be in the same circles as you know. In fact, before we get to the book, where does your drive actually come from? Is your father into entrepreneurship? Your mother into entrepreneurship? Where does I don't even know if entrepreneurship is a word, but you know what I mean. Where does that passion actually come from?
I would say the passion comes from my mom because my mom is a hard worker. My dad, I doubt that he's an entrepreneur by some sort.
Do you know him? Do you see him around or no?
I do. I know him, but we're
Not so close.
We're not so close, yeah. So my mom, I would say that my mom inspired me because basically she believed in anything that I do. When I was in acting, she believed in me. Now I'm an entrepreneur. Like when I was doing commercials, she was the one funding me to go to. Because at first I used to do commercials. Yeah.
What kind of commercials, like on TV and stuff?
Yeah, on TV I did like Seven the Land. There was quite a few. There was quite a few. My biggest one was Big Brother Africa, when they dropped that portable screening of them where you can watch it portable. That Big Brother Africa, yeah, I was one of the cast in that.
Okay.
So you've been in the industry?
I've been in the entertainment industry for quite some time. Then I moved away because then I did a few research on terms of being an entertainer. You die poor, so then I was like, nah. Let
me take a short left here and go to left. And then you started looking into what is more sustainable, what takes what works in a better way. And so you actually and I don't say this in a condescending way, but you smart, bro, and you think outside of the box.
Yes.
And take us through your upbringing. Do you come from a wealthy background? Do you come from you just had to hustle your way through? What's your upbringing? Where are you from? What was your living conditions just coming up?
My living condition coming up was basically my mom moved from the Eastern Cape to Slovo Park, which you all know it's an informal settlement, and then we moved to Eldorado Park. So basically I come from a low income background. So everything like that I've seen, like I've fed off from the internet, from people, like basically like I know that from our community, it was easy for me to get into a gang. You understand?
Yeah.
But I thought, nah, man. Look at where, basically I just did analysis on how they are living, the drug dealers, the gangs and so forth. And then there's also quality people in Eldorado Park who's pushing hard and making it. So I have the choice. As God gives us the choice, you understand? So, and then I had to weigh every opportunity, you understand? Because like I find myself in a low income background. Do I want to stay in it? How do I want to make my money? The clean way or the dirty way? You understand? So then I chose the good way, man. The clean way, man.
But how difficult is it to shift that mindset though? Because
it's easier to do it the dirty way.
It's much more easier. It's much more easier. It's much more easier. Like
have you had those temptation?
Definitely, like in most cases, like I was under pressure to go into events, turning my models into strippers and things like that, which I could have done, but I didn't want to.
For funds.
For funds, like basically, like guys would like call me up to say, CB, that one, because basically, remember that I have a brand, so all the good girls, beautiful girls want to model for me. So at the end of the day, I have the platform. So I could have manipulated that platform
to your advantage.
To my advantage. And I chose no. I wanted to make the money the good way and also keep my image. That's why I said I want to play the background. So the
and
people
respect
that knew
those
me,
women.
You understand? That's the most important. Respecting the brand and the people who's putting the time in.
So you come from this background where your mother moves from a different city, from the Eastern Cape, you say.
Yes.
So she comes from the Eastern Cape. You move to Slovo Park. Like you say, it's an informal settlement. It's a hustle. Were you then... The reason I'm asking these questions is because I want somebody watching to see that this man come from...
And it's possible.
From basically nothing.
Yes.
And building to... Because someone sees your brand today, they wear the brand, they know. Because, bro, what I've understood over time is that people relate to a strong story behind why. And so if someone's wearing that brand and they're wearing that t-shirt, it's almost a sense of pride to say that, you know what, man, this the guy that it's like when you tell a story of this brand, you're like, oh, like the Nike brand, we all know this man was selling tech is from his boot, you know, and
the story behind it,
the story, that strong story behind it. So I'm gonna ask you this tough question. Maybe I don't know if it's tough or maybe if you be okay to answer it. But so were you living in an informal settlement, like actually a shack?
Yeah,
like,
a shack, yes.
Like a zozo.
Definitely, yeah.
So you there with your mother, just the two of you. Do you have siblings?
Yes, I have a sibling, and my sister's young man also stays with us. So, yeah, we went through the most.
But I mean, like, so your sister's got a kid.
Yes.
And so it's the four of you. You in the shack.
Shack, yes.
In winter times, it's getting cold.
It's cold. There was days where it's leaking in.
The roof is leaking. If it's raining, it's
the
loud.
wind. There was one time where the wind was so strong, I had to like
hold it
like Then the next day I had to like take water out because it flooded.
Comes into the shack.
My bed. So things like that.
But during those times, you knew, like, you know what?
I knew, like, and my
something in your mind is like, I can't stay
and
here.
worst of it all, I have stock in there. I'm like.
So this is not that long ago,
it's
though.
Not long ago.
Sheesh, I'm thinking like maybe when you moved here, like a couple of years ago. I'm thinking like
from
that.
Slovo and then to Eldorado Park, we moved in still with an informal settlement, but things started getting better.
So like you're saying, it's raining in. The wind is pushing the walls down. Blah 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 blah. What's going on in your mind during that time? Because that's a tough period.
Psychologically, I was, I don't know, how can I say I was in trauma, because there was like house breaking in, taking place, where,
So they come into your place, take your things?
Like my stock was stolen a couple of times, and then from there I had to rebuild.
Bro, that's crazy.
That's crazy because like, you know that there's no money, there's no funder, there's no investor. You have to build this because you believed in it. Because I could have easily said, you know what, let me leave this. Let me go corporate. Or let me go hustle.
So you selling things, bro, like one by one. Then this is happening, then that is happening,
this
then
is
stealing
breaking,
your stock.
this is constantly.
So then when does the break, breath of relief, when does that come?
I would say when my team were like backing me the most. My team were backing me the most, and my church members and friends believed in me so much, where they're not just believing in me mutually, but capitally wise, you understand? Supporting the vision, seeing it grow to the next level, and making sure that my company, I'm well off, you understand? So they're making sure that CB, there's grocery, CB, there's this, there's that, there's the other, you understand? And also coming tomorrow again to asking, I still fine. Seeing that close circle, that unity.
That people that actually care
about
that's there,
you understand,
for you. So, bruh, like you said earlier, you couldn't have achieved this without those that support you.
I couldn't. Definitely, most definitely.
So they start supporting you. your brand starts picking up.
People
start wearing your brand. Things start coming together for you. How does that feel like?
No,
do you start seeing light at the end of the tunnel?
It's like basically I'm starting to see my investment now only. Paying off.
Sheesh.
So it's a long term. Entrepreneurial, it's a long term game.
And as we speak, you're still not where you can be.
I'm still not where I want to be. I believe I'm in step one still, stage one.
For the youngster that's probably watching that finds himself in the situation that you were in, what do you think is some of the practical steps to take when they're in that situation? Obviously, you had that support around you from the church, from your friends, and so forth on. But now there's obviously people out there that don't necessarily have that support. What would you say some of the practical steps or ways to take to pursuing their dream?
To getting support, I guess.
I would say, basically from my side, like using me as an example, basically I had to discipline my time in a sense of from school, do homework, do chores, and then plan your dreams. Just disciplining your daily routine. You understand? Because like your weekends is the most crucial part of your time in a sense of what do you do in it? Are you working on your dreams? Maybe you can do some of your chores for during the week to fulfill you understand?
So planning.
Yeah. So planning. Vision was the most important thing that drove me. Like my pastor always preached like vision, having a vision, writing it down and tackling it daily.
Every day. How important, about that, you mentioned your pastor, how important is a youngster having to go to church?
Very important. It's your fundamental, like youth played a vital role in my life, youth. I wouldn't say church as much, not as playing, but youth had a great impact in my life.
It shaped you in the time when you needed it the most.
Because like Monday to Thursday stuff, Friday at least I can go to worship and express to God everything and give him everything. And then Sunday, the pastor molds me again for the tough week. Friday.
And then you can take the week again. How's your relationship with Jesus?
I would say he's stirring me daily. I wouldn't say it's the greatest, but it's stirring me daily.
How important do you think the relationship with Jesus is? In your walk, how important do you believe?
It's important because we are faced with so many challenges, and he's the one who's been keeping me there focusedly. And then, like when temptation comes, he reminds me, CB, you come from there. You understand?
Yeah.
So carry your cross and move on.
We got a question here from Oral. He says, with the upward trend of personal brands, like it's easy for people to start printing their own names on their skippers and stuff like that. So with the upward trend of personal brands, what makes the indie so distinctive? How are you going to keep the edge?
How are we going to keep the edge is basically being ahead from our competitors, because we study our competitors intensively, and also we're not going by trend, we set trends.
Come on.
You understand?
Did you get that? Say that again, bro. Say that again. That's a nugget that you have to catch. You said you're not going.
So we don't normally go with trends. We set trends.
Yeah.
You understand? So we go seasonally, yes, but we don't go with trends. Like, this is trending on Instagram, on TikTok. Let's go with it. Let's go with it. No. We planned. Like, basically with the masks. Everyone was doing masks. In that period of lockdown, I was planning. I had like 2 to 3 months of planning. So in that time, it was a crisis. In that crisis, I was busy planning. I never had no income. My teammates were dry. CB, what's happening? I was telling them, guys, I'm busy with the plan. And the plan was basically like how the whole plan came about of the masks. I came into the game with everyone was doing normal masks. Lacoste masks, Nike masks, what. I came in with my own brand because at the first, that was before Nike and Adidas and them all had masks. You understand?
Yeah.
Because they were closed, remember? No one could go to malls and things like that. And then I was like, okay, right, fine. What will my niche be? I came in with color. I came in with different types of colors of branding onto the mask. And color speaks volumes. And then we sold over like 3,000 masks. And how can we sell over 3,000 masks? We had people phoning from Cape Town, Durban. They want those masks. They've been seeing them Everywhere.
I mean, I've been seeing them everywhere.
And it was one of our strongest points of marketing through the mask.
So a
Because
moment where something was supposed to take you down. Again, what you mentioned earlier, the preparation and the vision. You decided, nah, bro, I'm going to take, and I think that's the good trend of any person, that can make the best out of a bad situation is to take something that seemingly everyone is saying that it can't be done.
Yeah.
You then come and you say, wait, man, there's an opportunity here. And in the middle of lockdown, you sit down and think to yourself, this mask thing I'm going to push.
How can I come over? Because I couldn't sell t-shirts that time. No one wants t-shirts.
Yeah.
I needed something that's hot. I needed something that's hot, that's trendy in the market. You understand? Because all the brands were making jokes, keeping the clients entertained. Now I was planning. I was like, okay,
Facts.
what's happening? What do you need, guys? What do you need? What's your colors? Then they would tell me. And then from there I strategized and made it.
Do you think that tough upbringing drives you to a place where you have to come up with solutions for anything?
Definitely. Most def. It's like I'm in a corner. And
I must come out.
I must come out. And the only way is the top.
I can't back down. I can't sit. I can't cry. I can't sit in the corner.
I can't be calling whoever. There's no one to call but myself.
I need to get out here.
I need to get out.
Speaking of planning and preparation, what's the next trend?
The next trend
What's
is...
the next plan that you got going?
It's basically like now recently I'm giving you guys an insight since you are the
inside show. Come on.
So we've just recently now become a proudly SA member. So we're going to be competing with the big brands in SA.
Support local.
So we're going, support local. So proudly SA, as you'll know, they are a lot about, but they're mostly based on endorsing local brands. You understand? So going national, going global. So having them as a partner on board with us from here, it's only the top, and taking the wood with us.
Facts. How's life like now, though, bro? I mean, yes, we respect and understand the background, where you're from, and so forth. On how's things now? How's the fam? How's mom doing? Everything is
picking up.
Everything is picking up slowly but surely. It's not where I want it to be, but we're definitely getting there. We're getting there. I can't say that I'm eating cake with cherry toast now.
You're still on the come up.
So it's not yet Mama made it. Not yet.
You're still on the grind. Nah, bro. To me, I must say this before we call it a show, is that number one, bro, I definitely respect your hustle, and I told you this before. The last time we had our meeting, we sat down. I told you this. I said to you, bro, the way that you, just your drive, your passion, your energy on the come up is inspiring. It's incredibly, it gives you a drive to say, look, if this man can get up and get something done, and anyone should be able to get up and get something done. Coming from not the best background, coming from not, just having money thrown at you, coming from your stock being stolen, coming from informal settlement, coming from just, bro, that grind. And the reason I asked you those questions and pushed it out of you is because I want somebody to look at this and say, there's no excuse, bro.
True.
There's genuinely no excuse. You didn't have someone that gave you $1 million rand. You didn't have someone to say, come, here's a house, here's a car, here's your here's a bakkie for you or something. You literally had to build this thing from the ground up. And I think big things that I'm taking from your story is that the importance of people, the importance of your church community, the importance of those who support you, like your mom, to say that if you want to be in acting, I support you. If you want to sell clothes, I support you.
Yes.
The importance of a vision and a dream and a goal, and the importance of scheduling your time constructively to achieve those goals. And to me, my man,
big ups.
big shout out.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Big shout out, bro.
Big shout out.
Thanks, man. I appreciate Mr. Sykes.
I think, bro, just to give us some closing remarks on your side. In fact, before you go, think about that. Jay, give us closing remarks on the side, then we'll jump over to you.
Nah, I think you rounded it off perfect, broski. Like you say, nowhere but up from here, bro.
Yeah.
And just big blessings and purpose and prosperity to you and your brand, bro. I know you're doing it big for the community.
Thanks,
and You're definitely a trendsetter. No way but up, bro.
No way about
Thanks,
that.
man.
Bro?
Before closing, I would just like to say, don't forget about the book, All Those Game Changes. I think that will be
Okay,
our
yeah,
next vlog.
let's touch on that for a second. We got some time. All those game changes. Where does it come from? Where does it originate? How did you be inspired? How were you inspired to write that?
That was one of our projects from the foundation where we saw what can we give back to the community? What impact can we make besides my story? What can we leave here for the hood? You understand? What can we leave for the community to sustain the community for decades to come? And then when I did research about my community, because I've been staying in El Dorado Park for the past 18 years. So that's my whole childhood. You understand? So I did research. I saw like a couple of people on the come up. And what are they doing? And are they being recognized? Nah. Do they have the platform? Nah. And then I went to the library, our local library in El Dorado Park. Is there stories about all those people? Nah. And I saw an opportunity. What can I do? Just not seeing an opportunity and seizing it like an entrepreneur, but also how can I help the social illness in my community with this project that I have in mind? So basically, it's an insight book of storytelling where I had one-on-ones with the game changers of El Dorado Park. People who's been in the business ministry, impacting youngsters' lives for years. So sharing and giving them a platform to, like, basically the inside story of legends, the inside story of EOM, the inside stories of Stacey Lee, the inside core stories of how to where they go to where they at. Like basically with me, you understand? So I had it one-on-one with them. So the book is basically to celebrate them. And
this is all packaged in.
It's all packaged in one. It's like basically I've built our own Forbes list from El Dorado Park.
Sheesh.
That was my whole mind intriguing where I saw like, no man, why can Forbes only do this? Why my people?
Yeah, who gave them
who
like
gave
the
them
thing
the
to say
rights?
they can only
They're the
do?
only ones. Like, I'm now planning my volume 2 already. My volume 1 is not yet out. It's coming out now recently soon. And then I'm already planning the volume 2. You understand?
Yeah.
So.
That's fire, bro. That's fire. That's fire.
Big fire, broski.
Keep me in mind for that volume 2. Nah, man. But here's the thing though, bro. Like I said, anything from your side just to close off?
From my side, I would just like to say thank you to the listeners, to the viewers, and for you guys, man, for the opportunity. I don't take it lightly. And to my fans and family, thank you for supporting me. Let's grow the brand. It's not just about me, about my personal story. Let's tell our story. Let's be proud of wearing the brand. When you wear the brand, wear it like you wear your Nike. Be proud, be bold, stand out from the crowd. That's what's up.
That's what's up.
Thank you so much, bro.
That's what's up.
CB, thanks for pulling through today, man. It's been an honor. It's been a privilege having you as a guest today. For those of you watching online, thank you for engaging with questions, comments. We got Erico saying here, you're a really hard worker. We got Nathan, obviously, I'm praying for you. I hope you're praying for us, bro. And then, of course, we got Creflo also here, the bro, Jordan. He says the bro, proud of you,
Gazi.
Proud of you, Gazi. And then we got Darren as well saying, yeah, what an inspiration you are, CB. So thank you so much, man. Thank you so much, my brother. It's been an honor. For those of you who are tuning in for the very first time, please do hit the subscribe button. We got shows coming up every day this week, 9 a.m. And of course, on a Monday morning when we do the morning shake, we try and bring you the most influential, the people who are out here doing the most. And so every week for the past 3 months, we've been bringing you the best, only the best. So you can tune in. Then, of course, the other shows as well. There's always just good quality people, like your slogan says, high good quality people that always come through and give you the best to inspire you, to motivate you, to get you going, and to show you that it's possible.
And we got a special show on Wednesday.
We got a special show on Wednesday. We got brand new. Well, it's not brand new. It's shifted from Sunday over to Wednesday. So you want to check that one out. It's called the Wednesday warm up with Lee. And of course, That's what we've been up to. That's what we're doing. So, guys, thank you so much for watching today's show. It's been an honor. Please do subscribe. Hit the like button. Also, hit the bell next to the subscribe button just to show that every time we go live 9 a.m. in the morning, it will give you just a little bit of a reminder to say, boom, we live. You can come over here and check it out. Guys, it's been an honor. It's been a privilege. Thank you so much. See you on the next one. Love you. Bye-bye. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to it.
Good morning to the folks. What up to the youngins and bless up to the world.
And then Jay just put your info on blast like that.
It's what the people want to know, bro. My bad.
Nah, bro.